Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, Eaton Squad. My name is Addie. So for today's video, let's update the travel requirements for foreign nationals entering the Philippines as a tourist, 9A visa, 13A, and SRRV for the month of November 2024. Details coming up. So it's the new month. Let's update the travel protocols or the entry requirements for foreign nationals entering the Philippines as a tourist, 9A visa, 13A, and SRRV. So to get started with it, first on the list is your valid passport. As a foreign national, you are traveling to the Philippines on a foreign passport, and the 6 months rule applies. I hear some complaints about this, but unfortunately, it's not only the Philippines that imposes this rule. So as for you traveling in a foreign passport, the 6 months rule apply. Make sure that your passports are valid. Make sure that your passport have a validity not less than 6 months, because this is actually a ground for denied boarding. So before booking that ticket, make sure to check your passports on its validity. That way you won't have any problem during your check-in for your flight to the Philippines. Next is plane ticket. Yes, this is very important because you are not headed to the Philippines without the plane ticket. We have certain rules on plane tickets, especially if you are entering the Philippines as a tourist. So tourists are given a 30 days free visa upon arrival into the Philippines. Just make sure that your return date on your ticket, or if you tend to stay in the Philippines for more than 30 days, you have the throwaway ticket or the outbound ticket to the next destination. We have discussed this in our previous videos, and if you guys are interested to know what throwaway ticket is and what's the purpose of throwaway ticket, please feel free to check the channel for your reference. For 13A and SRRV, being a resident of the Philippines, this is one of the perks that you guys can actually book for a one-way ticket. Just make sure that you have your ACRI card for 13A and your PRA ID for SRRV visa holders. And of course, the very controversial e-travel registration. Yes, this is still required. This month, you must register with e-travel within 3 days prior to departure. If you guys are using e-travel for the first time, you will have to create an account. Unlike before, that you can just register right away and generate that QR code. This time, you have to have an account with e-travel. So create an account, then register with e-travel within 3 days prior to your departure. If you are departing from the Philippines as a foreign national and as a foreign passport holder, e-travel is no longer required. You don't need to register anymore because this is only required for Philippine passport holders. I get this question a lot, and I am going to include that on this video again, that foreign passport holders are no longer required to register with e-travel when departing the Philippines. Please take note, this is when you depart from the Philippines. But entering into the Philippines, you are required. All travelers are actually required to register with e-travel when entering the Philippines, regardless if you are a foreign passport holder or a Philippine passport holder. Valid visa. This is required to those nationals coming from the visa required country. We have the visa-free country. Those nationals coming from the visa-free country doesn't have to have the visa on hand, and your visa will be given upon arrival into the Philippines during your immigration process. Unfortunately, to those nationals from visa required, you must apply for an entry visa first before you can travel to the Philippines. You can apply at the nearest Philippine consulate or embassy in your area to process your visa. The video is also available in the channel if you guys are interested what countries are under the visa-free countries and the visa-required countries. If you guys are traveling with your former Filipino wife, dual citizen wife, permanent resident, or vice versa, because not all are married to a Filipina, there's also a situation where the Filipino citizen or the former Filipino is the male. So, vice versa, if you guys are traveling on the following categories that I have mentioned, you can avail for the balikbayan privilege upon arrival into the Philippines. This is a one-year visa. This is extendable to the family that I have mentioned. It's either the foreign spouse and the foreign kids. Just make sure that you guys bring with you proof of affiliation if you are traveling with your foreign spouse. That's your marriage certificate. And if you are traveling with your foreign kids, that is the birth certificate. Sometimes the immigration officer doesn't ask this type of documents and would automatically give your spouse and your kids with the one-year balikbayan privilege, but there are some officers that would also ask for the proof of affiliation. So it's better to be prepared just in case they will ask for it before giving this privilege. Again, this is one-year visa for free upon arrival into the Philippines. Travel insurance is now optional, unlike before, this was mandatory. So it's really up to you if you want to avail travel insurance. If you want peace of mind during your travel, then avail the travel insurance. I highly suggest it. Just in cases of emergency, you can really use this. But make sure when you are purchasing a travel insurance that you can use this in the Philippines, because there are other travel insurance that you cannot use overseas. So make sure to avail the ones that you can use while you are vacationing in the Philippines in cases of emergencies. We still get a little bit of inquiry when it comes to unvaccinated, because somebody emailed me that she's not going home to the Philippines because there's too much requirements, especially to those unvaccinated. They do RT-PCR test or antigen. She have probably watched an old video. This is during the pandemic time. So now when you travel to the Philippines and you are unvaccinated, those that I've mentioned, the process that you need to go through before, are no longer required because this has been lifted, long gone lifted. So if you are unvaccinated, you can travel to the Philippines freely without having to do RT-PCR test or antigen test. Exit clearance. This is required to foreign nationals who have stayed in the Philippines for more than 6 months, particularly for tourists. So if you guys have stayed in the Philippines 6 months or more, before you depart from the Philippines, you must secure the exit clearance at the nearest Bureau of Immigration in your area. If you have a long layover in Manila, they actually have an office at Terminal 3, 3rd floor. You can also secure your exit clearance over there. If you're a foreign national admitted to the Philippines under the balikbayan privilege, you don't need to secure the exit clearance certificate even if you have stayed in the Philippines for more than 6 months. But if you have stayed for more than a year under the balikbayan privilege visa, then you will have to secure the exit clearance certificate. For 13A, 6 months or more is the duration for exit clearance certificate. SRRV are not required to secure ECC even if they have stayed in the Philippines for more than a year or more. They don't have to secure this particular document. Travel tax. You are required to pay travel tax if you have stayed in the Philippines for more than 1 year. So if you are under the category of tourist, SRRV, and you have stayed in the Philippines for more than 1 year, then you have to pay for travel tax. With 13A, regardless of your stay in the Philippines, when you depart the Philippines, then you must pay for travel tax. Travel tax, you can pay through online or you can pay at the airport. They have a counter over there that you can pay your dues before you depart from the Philippines. I know if you guys are watching this video, it seems that there are more requirements this month. It's really not, because we just put in one video different categories. So there's actually one or two or three, maximum of 5 documents that you just need to prepare when you travel to the Philippines. And the most important thing is e-travel. If you are confused, what's e-travel, especially to those who are just hearing this for the first time, this used to be the paper base that is distributed on the plane before you arrive in the Philippines that you need to fill out. This is the arrival card and the departure card. Now it's all online, and this is e-travel registration. And to those of you who have just recently arrived in the Philippines under this category, if you guys could share your experience, what's the process? Was it smooth, stressful, or is it hassle-free? What documents were asked from you during your arrival, particularly on your immigration process? If you guys could share this experience, I would really appreciate it. So this is the latest for November 2024 for nationals entering and departing the Philippines as a tourist, 9A, 13A, and SRRV. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, or inquiries with regards to this video or in any of our travel-related videos, please comment down below and I will try my very best to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Again, guys, thank you so much for the continued support and trust to our channel and to our family. I hope to see you on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone.